It's time for me to take a chill pill, I guess. I watched that documentary and I started saying some different shit. And Facebook was like, lock her up. Lock her up. Throw away the key. So I'm on timeout. And I have a second page. So I thought I was going to be slick. And just post from my second page. And I logged in and Facebook was like, sis, what do you think you're doing? And I said, all right then, I'm out. So follow me on Instagram, Talk for the Podcast, because that is where my traffic will probably start to pick up, because Facebook is tripping. And apparently Facebook is all the way tripping. There is some video going around. And okay, so I was on Facebook not too long ago, and I think this is when the video like first started circulating, which I have not seen the video. I have no desire to see the video, so please, nobody send me the video or anything like that. I truly do not have a desire to. From the description, is it ain't my type of hype, baby. So don't send me no fucking video. But I was scrolling through Facebook, and this disgusting picture came across. It was an ass. It was just some black girl. It was a black ass laying on her side, and she had like shit all on her booty. And I was like, okay, they haven't censored this, but let me keep scrolling, because it was just a picture. It was no video. And the discussion on the video is actually recalling a memory that I have, where this person I was talking to him for quite a long time, years, very many years. I am not sure. For some reason, I let this person talk me into using an enema before we engaged in anal sex. Like, that was going to be the plan, but plans quickly changed after using that. I had no idea. I was young. I was very young, and I was with this person for a long time, and we had a certain relationship of trust that was built. And so for some reason, I allowed him to convince me this is something that should be done before this act. And it was ridiculous. Fucking, I was like, I drank a whole plum Metamucil protein shake. I don't know why that was ever invented, or why he thought those two things go together. Anyways, I say all of that to say this, because there are some things that you should not allow a person to talk you into or convince you. And if it risks your life or freedom, definitely no. Depending on the act or how it risks your life, maybe. Maybe. It just depends on your lifestyle. But if it is something that you do not want to do, ladies, I need you to understand me on this one right here. It is 2019. It is about to be 6 months, less than 6 months. It is about to be 2020. We have got to move forward to a time where we can express if we are uncomfortable in a situation at that moment in time. And fellas, we need your assistance on this too, because you have to understand things that we have to calculate as women when we are in certain situations, when it comes to safety, when it comes to uncomfortable situations, especially dealing around what can be perceived as sexual harassment. But we have to get to a point where we can speak in the moment, where we can be safe to remove ourselves and to do it without being followed, to do it without being cussed out because we've declined or denied any advances in front of the fucking CVS on Flamingo and Paradise. It's crazy. I was walking out of CVS and this guy was like, "Can I talk to you?" And I'm like, "No, thank you." And I say, like, because expressing, when you're in certain situations, you have to think of safety first. And you say, "No, thank you," with a nice, warm smile. That does not matter to some men. I was all types of bitches, and I was all types of missing out on the money. Sorry, sir. Again, you cannot pimp me in front of CVS either. So I encourage us to work on getting to a point where if someone is trying to convince you to use an enema before anal sex, or if someone is simply coercing you into peer pressure for drug use, alcohol, if that's not your norm, if that's not something that you want to engage in, if you do not want to accept their sexual advances, I hope that we can move forward to a time where no simply means no, and that's the end of it. Again, as always, thank you for tuning in to Talk Flirty Podcast. Follow me on social media right now. I'm about to be getting my Instagram popping because that is all that Facebook is allowing me at this moment. Follow or subscribe. Yes, follow and subscribe here on Spreaker. Talk Flirty Podcast is still streaming on iTunes, Apple Podcast. If you have any questions, if you have any show feedback, topics you want to engage in with me, email talkflirtypodcast@gmail.com. And until next time.